So this video is a follow-up to a previous video which was titled why do so many mobile valeting services or businesses fail? And in the video I mentioned regarding pricing, you know, a lot of customers only want to spend a certain amount of money. They're very much attracted to low prices, and then obviously people run a valeting business for a year, then start to realise that they need to put their money up because all their running costs, they can't, you know, it's not sustainable. They've got to put their price up. They do that and they start losing a fair chunk of their customer base. So how do I get away with that, or around it, should I say? It's a bit of a compromise. So what I do is I've worked out how, on a tidy-ish car, how long it takes me to do a half valet, a full valet, or a full exterior valet, or a full internal valet. And then what I do is I base my prices on that allocated time, and they're all from. So say for argument's sake, you're going to spend 2 hours doing a half valet on a car that's not so bad, and let's say you priced it at £35. So what I would do is put from £35, and then if you do get contacted by customers, you say, yeah, the from bit is if the vehicle needs extra time. Every vehicle's different in terms of condition to start. If it takes longer to do, then we just charge more, depending on how much more extra time you spend on it. So it's a bit of a compromise. It means you can still keep your prices a little bit sort of low to begin with, you know, and then if you go to a vehicle that's quite bad, and then you can say, well, say to the customer on arrival, it's quite bad, it's more likely going to take longer to do, so it will be from £35 or whatever service you're doing, what you're charging. And then quite often customers will say, well, how long will it take? Now, if you're a mobile valeter, you're just starting out, believe you me, when I first started out, I tried to gauge cars that are quite bad, you know, how long it will take, but it's just too difficult. And I've kind of stitched myself up a couple of times by sort of saying, oh yeah, I'll do it for this price, and I've ended up working an extra hour or 2 hours on it. And obviously some customers will hold you to the quote. So in circumstances like that, all I say is I just can't tell, you know, it'll take as long as it takes, because quite often you don't know how long a job's going to take when it's really bad until you've actually completed the job, and it's all said and done. So that is one way around a pricing structure where you can sort of still be sort of low-ish cost, do it from prices based on how long it will take you to do a specific vehicle, you know, depending on condition. Also, I don't my from prices are not based on different size vehicles. Now the reason behind that is, if you start doing from for a small car, and from this for a medium-sized car, and from for a full, it confuses people, and people would just be put off. You know, you need to sort of do it in such a way that customers can get the information they want and get it quite quickly. If it's too much of a faff, then you know, that they might just come off your website, or they'll just go on to another sort of valeting company. Now I know that to be true, because at one point I actually did do that. I had it from a small vehicle, medium-sized vehicle, large vehicle, and I noticed such a dip in calls and inquiries, and as soon as I put it back to how it was before, things picked up again. So it's quite surprising how little changes can make such a big difference to when you're trying to build up your customer base and get paid the right money for the job that you're doing, because that is the main thing. You need to you know, at the end of the day, you need to cover your running costs, and you need to earn a living, and it is a hard job, so it's got to be worth your while to do it, because otherwise what would be the point, you know, if you're doing it and you're not earning the right money. And you know, when you're sort of running your own business, it doesn't stop. When you get home, you might be dealing with your van, stocking up, topping up all your chemicals, your water tank. You might have to go to the petrol station to get fuel in your van, your generator, come home, deal with inquiries, a bit of paperwork. So it, you know, it doesn't stop, you know, when you finish your jobs out on the road. So all of that sort of has to be taken into account. So I hope this video has given you a bit of an insight, and I hope it's helped people out. Bit of a compromise with pricing structures, because it's one thing you absolutely need to get right, but it has to be, you know, you don't undercut yourself, don't do it too cheaply, but then you don't go too high, because that's the other thing. If you price your services too high, you just won't get the inquiries. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Please consider subscribing to the channel. Leave a comment. Please have a look around at the longer videos. It would help the channel loads with the viewing hours, and I hope you all have a good evening.